Okay, can everybody hear me?
I can. Oh. Kim, you're muted.
I think I got her unmuted. Are you there, Kim?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I have everything. Okay, just real quick, we are here for the Zoom meeting. We are on the record here in the White County Circuit Court, just as if we were in court. We'll go on the record here. This is cause number 91C01-2005-MI-23. This is in reference to Kim Dalton's petition for court approval of purchase of a settlement, structured settlement payment agreement. Quick ground rules here. We are being sent a live stream out on YouTube for our public access. Ms. Dalton, I need to allow you an opportunity. Do you have any objections to us having this hearing by Zoom?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. Quick ground rules. I know not a lot of us talk over each other while we're in here, but if you have something to say, go ahead and raise your right hand. I'll make sure that I document that you have something you want to say. This type of proceeding doesn't really involve a lot of converse between me and the parties. Ms. Weber will actually lead most of this anyway. As stated on the sign behind me, and I need to make sure that you're aware, you are under the Supreme Court rules, you're not allowed to record, whether that's audio or visually, this court proceeding. Okay, Ms. Dalton?
Yes.
If needed to, if something comes up and you feel like you want to talk to Ms. Weber without me, I'm able to break out a session for you and give you guys a little bit of time to talk if needed to, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, with that being said, we are on the record. Everything is being recorded. This is being sent out live on YouTube at this time. Ms. Weber, well, let me get real quick with the parties here. On behalf of J.G. Wentworth is Miss Tracy Weber. And
Correct.
we also have, I'm sorry?
I said correct, yes.
Yeah, okay. And we also have the petitioner, Miss Kimberly Dalton here. And you're Miss Dalton?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll allow Miss Weber to proceed. Go ahead, Miss Weber.
Thank you. Kim, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Could you please state your full name for the record?
Let's do, we'll do this real quick. Kim, I want to go ahead and put you under oath, okay?
Okay.
All right, so if you'll please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the evidence or testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right, you may proceed, Ms. Weber.
Thank you. Sorry, I should have thought about that.
No, you're fine, thank you.
Kim, we're going to do this again. Please
Okay.
state your full name for the record.
Kimberly Jo Dalton,
What is your current address?
1273 West Broadway Street in Monticello, Indiana.
And how long have you resided at that address?
Since September of last year. I'm not sure how many months that is.
That's okay. And are you married?
No.
Do you have any dependent children?
No.
What is your date of birth?
April 9th, 1970.
And how old does that make you here today?
50.
And I'm older than you, Kim. Are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a manager at Monticello Inn Hotel.
Now, Kimberly, would you agree with me? Whoops, we lost you, but can you hear me? Oh, we're good. Okay. Kimberly, would you agree with me that in December of last year, we were in this court whereby you were selling a portion of your structured settlement?
Yes.
And what did you do with the money that you received from that approval?
I paid off some bills and put a down payment for a house. You know, like this job, it comes with a place to live, but you know, I just didn't feel comfortable not having a place to go in case something happened to this job. So I did that and helped my son out some.
And is that what you testified to that you were going to do with those funds?
Yes.
Okay. And you're here again wanting to sell another portion of your structured settlement. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, Kim, do you understand that, like last time, I do not represent you I represent the petitioner, J.G. Wentworth.
All right. Yes.
And do you understand that you are appearing here today without an attorney?
Yes.
Now, before we proceed any further, are you wanting to have an attorney present with you?
No.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, could you please remind the court, Kim, why you have this structured settlement? In other words, what was the underlying personal injury claim?
Well, it belonged to my husband, and he died in 2015, and I received half of the annuity, and my stepson received the other half.
And you received like $49,000, or were to receive, entitled to, on June 19th, 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you sold that payment to my client. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, let's just be clear. If I remember correctly, your stepson receives 51% and you receive 49%. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So that $49,000 was out of a $100,000 lump sum payment, but $51,000 was his. Correct?
Right. Yes, right.
And he has his own annuity policy. You're not trying to sell any of his benefits. Is that right?
Right. No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. But you have your own annuity now, and he has his own annuity, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, the last lump sum payment in your husband's annuity is $200,000 on June 19th, 2029. Is that correct?
Yes.
And once again, you're entitled to 49% of that money. Is that right?
That's right.
However, today, you're just wanting to sell a portion of your 49% of that. Is that right?
Yes.
Here today, Kim, are you wanting to sell one payment of $28,000 due on June 19th, 2029?
Well, I thought it was 10,000,
You're going to receive 10,000.
but pay 28. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start that again, just to be clear.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's just make the record clear.
Okay.
All right. You've already testified that you're entitled to 49% of $200,000, which is like $98,000
Yes.
on June 19th, 2029, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Here today, you're just wanting to sell $28,000 of that payment. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And then you're going to keep the remainder for yourself when it becomes due on June 19th, 2029. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And if this is approved here today or a subsequent date, is your agreement with my client that you will receive the amount of $10,000?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the agreement that you reached with my client on May 21st of this year?
Yes.
Okay. What do you intend to do with the $10,000? Why do you want to do another transfer?
Well, with the coronavirus, my hours weren't as much. We didn't have as much business, hardly. Lost a lot of reservations. Had a scare that Indiana Beach wasn't going to be open up this year, and it all just kind of affected the business. So I didn't have as much money. I've gotten behind in some bills. I just need to catch up. I'd like to help my son. I found out I'm going to be a grandma for the first time, and I just need to catch all that stuff up and keep my credit. I'm worried about my credit getting bad.
Okay. And is this something that you have thoroughly considered?
Yes.
And is this what you want to do here today?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any alcohol or drugs that would affect your ability to understand what you're doing here today?
No, I'm not.
In your opinion, is this sale in your best interest?
Yes. Definitely.
Are you appearing here today of your own free will?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you to appear here today to ask for this money?
No.
And are you sure that this is what you want to do?
Yes, I'm sure.
And are you asking the court to grant the relief requested in this petition?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing further.
Okay. Ms. Dalton, you've done this before, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you understand that you may be cashing in a check and you're not receiving that whole amount of the check, right?
Right.
Okay. And as Ms. Weber stated, you're due some money, but you're going to take a little less than that money because things you want to do.
Yes.
Obviously, the COVID has hurt a lot of people. It's hurt you, but maybe more enjoyable is you're going to be a grandma and you're wanting to help your son out to be a grandma, right? Maybe buy some things to help him out as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I know Ms. Weber asked you, but I want to ask you as well. Nobody's forced you or coerced you or threatened you to do this.
No, not at all.
Your son? Your son
No.
hasn't? No?
No.
Okay.
He wouldn't. He
We
doesn't
always
force
want
me
to
to do
ask and
anything.
make sure. We have to make sure that everybody's doing these at their own free will. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, the court is going to find that it's a reasonably fair market value of your future periodic payment and that it's in the best interest for you at this time based on your testimony of the COVID and helping your family out and wanting to use that money to support you or any of your dependents as well. It's not going to materially impair any of your ability to discharge at a later date any of the obligations that you have under these annuity payments as well. Court is going to find that you're knowingly and voluntarily as an adult consenting and transferring this money as well. The court is going to grant this transfer. It complies with all requirements of Indiana code. The court does have a proposed order here that I can sign for today's date. And then Ms. Weber will receive it electronically. And I believe you will receive one in the mail through our clerk's office after that. Okay, Ms. Dalton?
Okay.
Is there anything you have for the court today, Ms. Dalton, or any questions you have?
No, none.
Okay.
Thank
Pretty
you.
painless. Appreciate everybody doing this by Zoom. I know Ms. Weber appreciates it as well. Anything else for you, Ms. Weber?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. All right. That'll be the order of the court. I'll get this signed and dated and stamped, and we'll get this sent out to you. And Ms. Dalton, we wish you good luck.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Weber.
Thank you.
Hang up.
Yep, we can leave the
Sure.
meeting.
Okay.